What's up, you guys? It's your boy Town. Got a special guest. He decided to tap in. Bernie the boxer here. Bernie, how much
That's
time
right.
you got?
Man, I'm bored to death, man. We could talk all damn day.
All right, hey. Bernie finna give y'all some games, so you know what I'm saying. We finna cut them loose. So, hey Bernie, tell everybody your cash app because they need to make some donations. You know what I'm saying. You finna give this game away for free. So a little something. So he doing it. He did this for me, but for real.
You know,
Um,
everything is Bernie the Boxer, baby. Everything. My Instagram, my YouTube, my Cash App, everything is Bernie the Boxer. Bernie
all right,
THA Boxer. Bernie THA, not THE. THA.
all right. Hey, so Bernie, we gonna start with how's training camp going?
Hold on, give me one. If I answer the phone, is that gonna be bothersome?
I mean, it's up to you, man.
Hold on.
He'll be back in a minute. So,
Okay, yeah. My bad town. That was my wife. Today our anniversary,
hey,
and you
hey,
know, of
bro,
course,
you don't know me,
I'm
no.
out in
Hey,
training
once,
camp.
hey, when the wifey called, bro. So it ain't.
Yeah,
Hey, it is what
yeah,
it is. So
yeah,
y'all in Colorado?
yep, yep.
So
You know,
how's
Bud on the
so?
house here.
Huh?
Bud on the house here. Got our own
Oh,
camp
okay.
house.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Cool. So no training in Las Vegas.
No, we did that last month. Finishing up
Oh,
training
okay.
camp here. Yeah,
All right.
they got that
So
brilliant. They got that UFC center over there. That's a new thing out there. All the top athletes going out to that UFC. So that's where we was at last month.
okay. Yeah, so I just wanted to get, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to get a inside look on how his training camp going. Oh, by the way, Bernie had a Showtime. People showed up yet to do all access.
Yeah, yeah. It's going. They already told you when they was gonna come out on the fights. They show it's gonna come out. You know, week whatever week it is. Yep. I think they're coming
Yeah,
back
man.
this week too. They'll be back. I think they'll be back tomorrow to finish up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Mhm.
how much shooting they gonna do up there before
I
they,
don't know. They was here for like a couple days, like 4 or 5 days. They're gonna have some good
um,
stuff on there. Good stuff.
so it'll premiere like close to like maybe a couple of weeks before July 29th.
Yeah, definitely. They already had the schedule up on the fights. Who we just had this weekend. Lubin looked pretty good, and Adamas came through in a controversial stoppage, and then the young 15-pounder champion he came through in an ugly fight. But yeah, they announced they said all that stuff on Showtime. You didn't watch the fights this weekend?
You know what? I was at a function, but I got a chance to see it. I mean, I looked at JayRock and I looked at Adamas. I mean, JayRock been stopped a few times. I think every time he lost, he been stopped. Kind of remind me of Julian Jackson. Every time Julian Jackson lost, he was stopped. I think he had 5 losses, and I think he was stopped in every fight. I mean,
So was Terry
it
Miller.
is what it is. I wanted to get your take on it. I mean, I looked at the fight. I didn't think it was the worst stoppage I ever seen. The worst stoppage I ever seen that I could think of is what happened with Rolly. But I wanted you to break that down and give your honest assessment because this is what you do. You got, you know what I'm saying. This is the business that you in. So I wanted to get your opinion of it.
I thought J Rock looked good though. I thought he fought a good, disciplined fight. I think that at best he could. I thought he was doing real good in the fight. He seemed very motivated for the fight. I just wish he would have used his jab more and used his legs more. But the guys pointed out that he probably was gassed and he couldn't use his legs more. So I think had he been able to use that jab, I think he would have been able to probably survive the fight for longer or probably even win the fight. I think Adamas is touchable. I think what's the name showed that. But Julian Williams, when he get on his game like he feel he could box, but I think he passed it. His punch resistance is through. Like you say, every time he gets stopped. So Well, they only got stopped at how many times he lost? It was just to that fight. No, he lost to he
He
lost to
lost to
Charlo.
Charlo.
He lost
He
to this
lost
guy, Rosario.
to
Then
the
he
banana dude.
yeah, Rosario, yeah. So yeah, man. Well, yeah. But I think it's through. But he put up a valiant effort for sure. I
I
think
mean, do you think like you think I saw something that Breadman Edwards said that kind of bothered me. He said that he may not get another chance again, and I was kind of wondering what was up with that and what did he mean by that. And I was wondering, could you do your best to assess what he was talking about when he said, well, he may never get another shot again? And I was kind of like, well, you know, does that mean a boxer is through, like Bernie, when they keep like losing via stoppage? Does that mean he's a journeyman now, or a test fighter for somebody up and
I'm
coming?
doing something. I'm doing something. I'm down here doing something. Uh, what like I said, what JayRock, like here, every time you lose a fight, your value goes down. You know how they treat you after the loss. So JayRock had been stopped a couple of times. Him and that Charlo fought a long time ago, and he got stopped. He didn't look that good against. He came off the loss to Rosario. He didn't look that good. He lost to that journeyman guy on the Tyson Fury undercard. So yeah, they looking for him as a stepping stone. Adamas was looking at him as a stepping stone for real. But like I say, to Julian Williams' credit, he stepped up and he put up a brave performance, which gave Adamas a challenge to get through. Because he was definitely in the fight. He was doing well in the fight. So again, like I say, the chances get slim. When you're a guy like Julian Williams. Already been at the top. Didn't stay very long, and stuff like that. So yeah.
I mean, who would you recommend it if he does get another chance? Who do you think that at 154 they could put him in the ring with? Do you
He at
Fundora
60 now.
maybe?
He put him in there with Lubin. But
That's
he got that
interesting.
stop. Yeah, put him in there with Lubin though. Lubin, he put up a good fight. And then Lubin gets some more, this guy that could box and, give him someone else because I don't think Lubin should go right into the fight. I don't know how good Lubin gonna fare going forward, far as I don't think he can beat Charlo. And I don't know. I think they might feed him to Tim Tszyu though. Lubin likes to talk a lot and likes to be too braggadocious sometime. And, like he's very ambitious, and I like that in him. But so he might want to go fight Zoo, and I don't think that's gonna end good for him. Yeah, but he looked
You,
good against Aries. He did look good against Aries.
that's interesting that you brought up Tim Tszyu because at first when I first saw Tim Tszyu, I wasn't sold on him.
Yep,
I thought he was
just like
kind of
everybody.
nostalgic, but he's starting to win me over based off his last couple of performances. Um, if they can actually make the fight with Charlo, because you just never know, it's always some kind of hurdle going on with Charlo. I mean, he's, you know, how do you see that fight going down if it actually happens? Do you give
Well,
Tszyu a legitimate chance to win the fight?
I'll give him a chance because Charlo is that type of guy, as you've seen. But I think I give him a lot of credit. He's a dominant champion. I don't think he fears nobody. So, you know what I mean. I don't think that's warranted on Charlo. Charlo, he get it in. Little Charlo, the 54-pounder, he get it in. He ain't ducking nobody. So, um, it's just the reason things just happen to slowing Zoo up. Slowing the fight up. But I think Charlo definitely with all the action.
So you taking Charlo?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Charlo. Yeah, I'm gonna take Charlo.
Okay. Okay, so now I got to ask you this
But I
because
like
everybody
Zoo.
been
But I like
tell
Zoo. But I like
okay,
Zoo.
yeah, okay, Bernie. I saw Tim Bradley. He did a interview on Max on Boxing because I wanted
Yeah.
to get you guys honest assessment of this because now everybody's talking about the signing of Canelo Alvarez to the PBC, and now some people are talking about basically, Errol Spence and basically Canelo down the line, depending on what happens July 29th. And now Tim Bradley said that he was concerned about the officiating going into that fight with, Spence versus Crawford. And I wanted to get your assessment. Are you guys even worried about that?
No. no. I haven't. At least I haven't voiced that concern. Haven't heard that concern because like I say, Bud is a dominant fighter, so we're looking for a dominant performance. You know, like I say, we looking for a dominant performance, and we expecting the judges to do the best that they, to do their job. But we're not planning to leave it in the judges' hands. We're looking to stop this guy and look spectacular, like we always is. Looking dominant and emphatic. Decisions, victories.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
no,
Bernie, because I wanted to ask you about like, judging and basically, referees. Are you guys, is there any specific referee you guys would like to be involved in this fight, or you just basically like you don't give a fuck? Basically, you gonna get the stoppage regardless. So I'm a straight shooter. I keep it real, man. So are you even worried about judges or specific like referee being involved in this fight, or like it don't fucking matter?
well, if I could pick a referee, if I could pick a referee, it'd be the guy that give all them crazy looks, because that's how he gonna be looking crazy when Bud go upside Smith's head. The one that make all them faces.
Oh,
Him.
Steve Willis
Yeah, Steve
from New.
Willis. Yeah. I like how Steve Willis, because his eyes gonna be big as day as Bud going upside old boy head. Yeah. I'm like, God damn, oh God damn. You know what I'm saying? So Steve Willis, I'll pick Steve Willis. No, I don't
Well,
know.
I
Like I
mean, you
say,
guys got a month. I mean, I think he can work. I think he can work in Las Vegas. I know he's out of New York, but I mean, I done seen Harvey Dock. He did Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, and he's out of New York. So I think Steve Willis would be the perfect guy. I know back in the day, I would have recommended Steve Smoger, but Steve Smoger's. I mean, he used to let you fight. He basically will let you do anything as long as you didn't pull out a weapon or something. So, you know, so
it don't matter who the referee. We gonna beat his ass. So it don't really matter. Like I say, no, we ain't worried about nothing like that. I mean, if I could say anything, it'll be for gamesmanship or whatever. But no, Bud ain't worried about that. We going there to win decisive. You ain't
I
watched the
mean,
BET Awards?
nah, hell no.
Oh,
Hey, Bernie, it ain't the same now, man. I don't know what's up with some of these artists, man. I got to keep it 100. I'm seeing these, I'm seeing these niggas coming there with merces and all that type of shit. Like,
they 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 gave a
and
tribute
nail
to
polish
Busta
and shit,
Rhymes.
huh?
This is old school. BET Hip Hop Awards is old school. They really paid homage to it back in the days. But anyway, yeah. So all right, well, shit, town, yeah, man. What else is new, man? Ain't nothing else going on in boxing, man. We looking good, and we waiting to put on the show. Like I said, it's gonna be a spectacular fight. Um, is everybody tuning in for the fight? I think they waiting on it. It's if they ain't talking about it all the time, they thinking about it. So can't wait till July 29th. It's gonna be a coronation, a celebration. It's gonna be a blockbuster of a fight, fight of the century type of fight, and it could be a short night.
I mean, Bernie, like this was a long time coming. I mean, do you guys feel frustrated? Because I know, and I don't care if you say name some names, because a lot of people unfairly attacked you guys, and at the end of the day, I spoke to you behind the scenes and stuff. And do you feel also you gonna answer the question and respond to all the haters out there that said a lot of disrespectful stuff about you and Bud and all this kind of stuff? So are you also looking to get revenge towards the content creators that were disrespecting you?
Well,
Anybody in particular?
no. I didn't already handle most of them face to face. You know what I mean? And when you see me, I'm gonna be the same guy. But you just kill them with success. They really just upset. Especially with me, because I tell the truth. I came and invaded on they little thing. You know what I mean? And so they kind of probably feel threatened. And they doing more numbers than me. It's just that sooner or later they getting exposed. And that's probably their fear. As they don't have no knowledge. Everything is soap opera. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, it's there's no and everything is biased as well. It's not even not necessarily soap opera, but more so bias. So, um, we just gonna kill them with success. You know what I mean? And no matter how much vile things they say about me, they really revealing themselves, and I can pick them apart. You understand? They just trying to be funny on the internet when you know what it is with me. You feel me? It's like, I'm serious business. So, what I mean, I ain't really worried about them. We gonna show them. We gonna shut all them guys' mouths on the 29th, and we gonna convert them guys. They really fans and love us, but you know what I'm saying. They want to go along with the go along. You feel me? Just in case. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to be, you know, it's easy to go along with to blend in instead of stand out. You know what I mean? And we always been stand out. So it goes without saying.
Yeah, I feel that because, like I said before, just this has just been a long time coming, and I mean, just and I understand that the route that you taken, but me myself being a content creator and a actual media guy, Bernie, that actually cover fights.
Hmm.
I just was just seeing some of the stuff that was just getting said, and it bothered me. You had people talking about you guys need to take whatever somebody give you and all that kind of. I thought that was just the craziest shit that I ever seen in my life. You actually had niggas that never been in the ring before in their life, probably ain't never had a street fight, having the
Yeah.
audacity to try to sit up there and devalue you, and that just like really rubbed me the wrong way. And the sad part about it was the people that was doing it looked like me and you. So
Well, like I said, again, Earl looks like us too. So, to go along with the go along. You know what I'm saying? Again, they don't want to be with the standouts. They want to be with the stand-ins. You understand? So, I got you got even people in your own hometown. You got people that moved out your hometown that live down there that's going for him, or you even got your own hometown people doubting you. So, um, again, you know what I mean. But if you watch Bud's story, you can't help but root for him. You understand? Just like they had the uh, the documentary on Mahmoud. You understand? And you know how they outed him. And it's just like how they did Ali. He's a martyr. You understand? Bud is a martyr. You understand? And so much to the extent to where he finally get his just due. Usually the martyr just dies. You know what I'm saying? He never get his just due till he's dead. But again, we're gonna be able to get to prove it July 29th. And I mean, shit is just like I say, we come up the hard way, rolls out the concrete. Um, and again, how can you not root for a Bud Crawford who, like you say, everything's been exposed to where everything that was put out was still wrong, and they still reveal, still don't want to come to the light. You understand? All the things that came out from when it started, from when Bud outed out the Tom Brown dude on the stage. You understand? With the Sean Porter fight. Ever since then, from to him at the end of the fight, out in Bob Arum them, understanding that they was not treating him right. You feel me? To going on and going on. So everything that we've been saying it's coming out to be true. You understand? So, and they still refuse to get a man credit, or to, you know what I mean? Because they too embarrassed now. They didn't win so far. It's this guy had this thing on Instagram. He said, you know what? When a rumor come out about me, he said, I don't even go out and try to defend myself. I want to see how much of y'all people really believe that. You understand? So then and everybody, all them guys you talking about or naming or thinking about, went hook, line, and sinker. So they wanted to believe that Bud is this or that, or it was all this for whatever reason. But you know what I'm saying? No matter the outcome on the 29th, Bud is a true champion, a dignitary of the sport, an ambassador of the sport, a real throwback fighter. And you understand? I'm just glad to see him get this just due. And truthfully, I think that again, Earl Spence is a foil in the plan to our greatness. To propel him to that status. Um, if like I say, the hard luck story we got, Spence been packaged. You understand? He's a package. He's a product, and to be bought and sold. And and I think the expiration date is up on him, the 29th.
do, I wanted to ask you about Spence's style versus Bud. what flaws do you see in Errol Spence that you think Bud will be able to basically exploit, come July 29th? I looked at Errol Spence, and Errol Spence said that he's going to come straight to you guys once the bell ring. So if that is true, how do you guys counter Errol Spence relentless attack that more than likely he's going to try with Bud?
Well, like I said, styles do make fights, but who have Errol Spence overwhelmed at the top?
I mean,
Who
good.
has he came out and bulldozed against? If Ugas can touch him up and catch him with a punch he didn't see and hurt him and everything else, what you think we gonna do to him? We gonna drub him up. Now, like I say, styles make fights, but he tailor made for us. We gonna beat the stew out of him. I'm not lying. The more I keep thinking about it, the more like I'm trying to tell you. I look at what you think we gonna do. We got a better jab than Ugas. Ugas don't got no jab. Ugas don't got no head movement. Don't got no upper body movement. Don't got no rhythm up top. Ugas don't got no rhythm. We gonna tap dance on that boy. And I'm not lying. I'm really speaking. When I get it just moves me. The spirit just starts coming into me just thinking about it. I'm serious business, man. We gonna tear that boy up, man. Like I say, if a boy can do that to him, what you think we can do? We 10 times better than that guy. You understand? Yeah. We and Errol Spence, he ain't knocking nobody out like that. Who he knocked out? He didn't even put Ugas on the ground. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, man. 10
And,
times
and
better in fighter than Ugas, better out fighter than Ugas, better, stronger than Sean Porter. You seen how we did to him, how we did with him. The man tried to discredit talking about what he did. That's his fault he didn't get in the ring. What kind of dump? That's a suicide move. And you know what they did? They saved him perfect. His daddy did right. You understand? He saved him. He saved him as he did, saved his son because he was gonna get uglier. You understand? So what shit. That just tell you more about them. They were sellouts then. If Sean Porter went out and did that, him and his daddy both sellouts. What you think? If we just gonna go in there, we not ready against the best fighter in the world. It don't matter. It don't matter if we didn't been around a couple times. We prepare at for every fighter the exact same to be in the best condition to win. That's what Sean Porter's resume, right? So if he didn't do that on his own self, and his father put that, what that say? They sold themselves. That was on them. But what we did? We got ready to the 10 times best of our ability, and we executed him from round one. You understand? So that's on him. Now, like I tried to say too about Earl Spence, folks in our hometown trying to talk about what he did and how he looked tremendous in those fights. But we gonna make him look ordinary.
that's interesting that you brought that up, because you guys have stopped everybody since you made your way to 147, and you made quick work of Kell Brook, and it looked like easier work. You stopped Sean Porter, something that nobody was able to do. And you look at the stats,
Hold
Bud's
on.
defense.
Wait, before you say that too, I want you to understand this too.
Okay.
We was able to keep him in check. We kept him in check. I think Kell Brook kind of kept him a little in check too. But we kept him in check. You understand? Everybody else, he maul him, take them all around the ring, got them ducking their head, moving all around. You know what I'm saying? Running them around, doing the four corners with them. You understand? Not with us. You understand? Not with us. Yeah. So who's
I
stronger?
mean, yeah, I mean, Bernie, do it to a certain extent. Do it kind of like piss you guys off when they don't give you your props? You know, they told you guys to fight Kell Brook. They said you was ducking them. You fought Kell Brook. You stopped them in 4 rounds. They told you to fight Sean Porter, and they accused you of ducking him. You stopped Sean Porter. Then they come with the excuses. I just want to give you a chance to respond to that, because this is the perfect outlet where you can freely say what you need to say. Because one thing I told Bernie, I'm not holding the brother back. He can say whatever the fuck he want to say. So for real, I just wanted to give you a chance to respond to that.
Well, like I say, I give it to him straight every time. But that's just hate, man. Come on, that's just hate when they want to stay in the darkness. They live in darkness, man. They can't look at themselves in the mirror and tell themselves the truth. Let alone, you understand? So there you go. There you have it. And I really truly believe that, Um, you know, like I said, some people just, man, they ain't happy with themselves for real. They're not comfortable with who they are. They just, sad and pathetic people. It's a lot of them out there. Now some of them got a lot of money, some got a lot of fame, some of them don't, like the ones on the internet bothering me all the goddamn time. They probably ain't got shit going. You know what I mean? Really. They live in life and regular probably ain't wanting for nothing. I can't say, but they really don't got nothing going. You feel me? Like nothing going. Maybe a comic book collection or something, but they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing going. You understand? For real, just I believe so. The people hate the, it's gonna be always when it's truth, it's always gonna be less people with the truth. Go along every time. They want to go along. They want to go with what the perceived winners is. They want to go with the winners, what they think is the winners. You understand? And like I say, no matter what Earl Spence has done, they didn't put him at the pedestal to try to make him as this, like I say, a packaged product. They carefully constructed him. Derek James said that. You understand? Carefully, this guy, and it was his myth, his thing is all built off Mayweather supposedly jumping on Mayweather in a sparring session. That's what kicked off his popularity, is him jumping off, jumping on Mayweather. And then they'll go, here come the train, right along with him. But he got to precede him. They had guys like Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, bringing a new, like a WWE type of thing PBC did with boxing. You understand? Bringing it on regular television. Sundays and different times they was doing it. It was regular television, and they got the WWE thing, right? I think they the one started now. You don't even come out with your team no more. You come out by yourself. You understand? Trying to make it so much entertaining. You understand? So, you got regular people looking at something. It's boxing. Everybody gonna tune into a fight. Then you got these young, talented guys. You understand? Young guys. You know what I mean? So man, come on, it was a no-brainer. So them guys, they on American television, free TV. So these guys, and they got Earl Spence coming up right alongside them. But then, like I said, you got him using the Mayweather attachment to him. He jumped on Mayweather. They blew that out of control. So you know what I mean? They perfectly placed him. But when it was his time to, nothing happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nothing
that's
happened.
yeah, that's pretty interesting because I'm glad that you spoke on that, and I wanted to get some clarity on the whole showdown, or basically Bud and Derek James exchanging words. When Bud like pulled up to him, I kind of wanted to get your interpretation because I didn't want to misconstrue what went on, and I didn't want to put no fake news or push a narrative. I just wanted to hear from you. I'd rather talk to somebody that's involved than sit up there and just make up shit. So I wanted to get your, thoughts on what was up with that.
Well, I think that from what I watched of it on the video, I think that, which I didn't ever really talk to Bud in depth about it, but when it mentioned, he was just like said something like, "Yeah, something happened," but from my, Bud was just standing in the walkway, and oh boy and Derek James had to pass him, so Bud said what's up to him. You know what I mean? Like just said what's up to him, but oh boy probably wanted to scoop past him. Now I'm not saying I don't know exactly what happened. Want to scoop past him. You understand? And I don't know. Bud shit just, I think he probably said what or something. Bud said what's up, and he said what? You know what I mean? And kept walking. So Bud, definitely followed after him. All that shit. What's I don't know. Any rate, like I said, I don't know. I don't know. But again, shit. I couldn't say. But then what he called him, a stupid motherfucker? He said, "Damn, you silly motherfucker." He sound like me. I swear to God, he took that from me because Bud don't talk like that on everything. I get probably because what old boy, was just acting dumb and shit. I don't know. So it's like, damn, motherfucker. I said, "What's up to you, silly motherfucker?" Damn, like, damn, I'm saying, "What's up, you ugly motherfucker?" God damn, you don't see. I'm just saying, "What's up?" You getting all nervous and shit because you see me, bro. Everybody got that Bud got this like he's this aggressive guy, like he's this really mean type of guy when he a cool type of guy, but you can't play with him. You understand? You can't play with him. Man, you can't play with him. And he didn't told the people who he is straight up. He didn't told them already. I'm this type of guy, I'm a fan of this guy. I'm a fan of boxing, and like I say, these two personal guys, because they was talking shit to me. A lot of folks don't talk crazy to Bud, you understand? But these two guys stood out. Lundy, Benavidez, you understand, was talking shit to him in a more personal way, which got their ass whooped, you understand? So Earl Spence know which way to cross. You understand? All them other guys know which way to cross and which way to say, and that was it. You understand? That's a true story. If they really wanted Bud Crawford and them guys, they knew how to get Bud Crawford, but none of them guys wanted to fight Bud Crawford. So again, that's another narrative. Like I'm saying, if you know that these guys don't want to fight them, y'all still trying to it's your own people, like I say, try to slave master Bob, Bud, this Toby and all this disrespectful stuff. When Bud is a stand-up guy. But again, like he said, what he say? I just read something about that. They said he gonna go tell white folks. You understand? He gonna be the first one to tell. They gonna go tell white folks. So I mean, we all worst enemy, but at the same time, the truth still come out, and they still hate the truth. So I can't say. July 29th. You know,
Hey, that's kind of funny, Bernie, that you brought that up. I mean, y'all, you know how I get down because it was kind of funny because I remember some of them remarks because I had to feel the brunt of that too. People calling me a sellout because I was covering top ranked fights, covering you guys. It's kind of funny, but as soon as that picture of Jerry Jones, Jim Crow Jerry Jones at that Jim Crow rally, basically keeping black people from entering high school. And Jerry
yeah,
Jones came with this goofy ass story on why he was there. I
right.
didn't see pretty much Team Spence talk about it or none of his groupies. But these are the same people that were calling you guys out y'all names. So I found that ironic. And shout out to my boy World Combat Sports for being the first one to break that story out with Jerry Jones. But all the pro blackness went out the door when the Jerry Jones thing, and Errol Spence still ain't addressed that. But he's still sitting up, still sitting up doing business with Jerry Jones. So I think basically I feel a lot of hypocrisy went on, and I felt you guys were vindicated. So, I just wanted to put that out there because that
Well, the
need to
truth,
be said.
the truth always come out. It come to light 9 times out of 10. And like I say, we still here and we seeing it. It's coming out, but again, the people still don't want to come out. Again, that goes to my opinion that they don't have any class, they don't have any substance. He might have had on a nice suit, but it's more just like a dressed up garbage can. Um, just the whole MO was a sellout move. You know, the whole MO was not probably not on the surface, but underneath it was just a sellout move. Like you say, this guy was a product. He's a packaged product. We purposely moved him to these steps. We purposely put him here to get to this point. You understand? So, um, and they would do that by any cost, by any means. And if it was to align themselves with the Cowboys, which were Cowboys don't give a fuck about no Earl Spence, but if it was to allow them to try to get them in a higher light, of course, I mean, yeah, they do it to try to have a up and whatever to try to fluff the numbers. Like they say, they got the machines doing numbers for shows, for music, songs. They got just a machine behind them. So I mean, what I'm saying. That's just how I see it all. Just serious business. And the guy said it. So for him to keep doing business with them or never uh, speak on that is because they want to say they check. So they'll sell their soul for the money. But you see, we give everything back for the money. Fuck the money. You understand? Fuck the money. We ain't it ain't about the money. They try to give a step aside fee for the championship. No, we don't take step aside fees. You understand? Man, and we ain't selling our soul. Like I say, the man give us the big money. He promised the big fights. He don't deliver. We gotta go. And then you get upset at me because I call you out on what you said. So now you're gonna slander me. I don't sell. I'm this. I'm that, and everything else. We tell you to go ahead and go on. We go on and go on. We do our own thing. Okay. Now everybody looking at us like we the black cats of the game. But listen, when God got it for you, you can't do nothing but love him and respect him, and he got it for you. So he came through with a $10 million. What? Y'all rung us to the last wire. Then y'all tried to flake on us and tried to 42 fake us. No, sir. Coach said, I never put all my eggs in one basket. And I don't never doubt, I don't expect nobody else to. You understand? And what we do, we came out with 10 million, a good little fight to get ready for this guy, keep us busy, put some money in our pocket, and here we gonna add some more on the 29th. Great. That's
Yeah,
how he do it. Take care of you. When you give him all the glory. You understand? When you move righteously. Mm.
yeah. I appreciate you. Giving us some clarity on that. But I know for a fact because y'all couldn't get them dudes that Errol Spence. I know you guys tried to fight Danny Garcia. I know for a fact that Danny Garcia turned down 3 million to fight Bud, and he took 1.2 to fight Adrian Granados. So I know for a fact you guys were trying to make those type of fights with the other side of the street, which I thought was the most ridiculous thing that I ever heard in my life. Because I come from the 70s and the 80s. It was none of this kind of stuff that you see now. People fought, for the most part, fought the best. It didn't matter what promotional company or TV network. And I just thought that when that whole other side of the street notion was first was first like brought to the public, I just thought it was stupid, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on the whole other side of the street, 227, the last house on the left. You know what I'm saying? Wilshire Drive. Just give us your thoughts on the whole notion when that first came about, and y'all trying to fight those dudes.
Well, I mean, even Bud said itself. It makes sense to do smart business in the in-house fights, But again, I thought that at certain point, Bud should have got some of those fights, and a lot sooner. And I was thinking, I really believe that those guys had more integrity within themselves that they would have liked to try to make the fight with Bud. So, we called for Keith Thurman on our way up. Keith Thurman was the man, and they had been kind of stable mates in the amateurs on the United States team. And I just thought that it wouldn't be this hard, but when you got that guy back there and they doing it good over there, everybody think it's sweet. The grass is so green. It's like we don't need you. You understand? We don't need you. You know what I mean? We still doing numbers or whatever. We living it up over here. We don't need you. So they all laughed and to keep Bud out. They all thought it was funny. All of them. And look where they at now. They ain't nowhere. All of them. They all thought it was funny. Mikey, Danny, Keith, shit, Sean, you might as well throw Sean in there. He never tried to throw the dog a bone or nothing, try to unify when he was WBC champ, so everybody thought it was fun and games over there. And but anyway, the cream rise to the top. And here we go, July 29th. Make sure y'all tune in. You understand? Get your ticket, buy the pay-per-view, invite everybody over, have a good time. It's gonna be a huge event.
Yeah. Okay. So Bernie,
Did you hear me?
come July 29th, if you guys are victorious, I have to say, if I gotta keep it, I gotta be fair. I don't want to make it look like, I'm on somebody's payroll, but I'm saying if you guys
There
are
ain't no pressure.
successful, what's the next move? Are you guys gonna stay and defend the undisputed at 147? Or are you going directly up to 154 and you looking at Charlo or
Well,
Tim Zoo if they fight and Tim Zoo beats Charlo? I kind of want to know what's like the direction that Team Crawford is going.
I think Bud already said that out. He said that Charlo was on the radar. But again, we not overlooking Errol Spence. It's a tough task. I mean, a tremendous fighter, a high volume puncher, pressure fighter, come forward all the time, in your face, sledgehammer jab, wrecking body puncher. So we can't look past this guy. Even though he's a product, he still is a good fighter and a human being. Um, talk is cheap. He didn't prove himself in the ring against everybody he been up in there with. And at the end of the day, that really what matter. What type of guy he is, or what type of his morals, or whatever that standard is. Doesn't matter inside the ring. It can show up maybe, but like I say, that's not necessarily gonna be the end all to be all. So we preparing for the best Earl Spence. We ain't taking no shortcuts. You know, and like I say, we just looking to come victorious, however it is, whether it's a unanimous decision, split decision, a knockout. You understand? We just want our hand raised. We're gonna make sure we do that.
Bernie, do you think, people will give you guys your credit because, if you're victorious, do you think you guys will get the credit that you deserve? Do you think excuses will be made about, the car accident, inactivity, and, this kind of stuff, and he wasn't focused and he hasn't fought in over a year? Do you think that people will just give you guys y'all credit if y'all win this fight without making no fucking excuses? Because
Well,
if you win, you should get all the credit in the world. But I got a
um,
funny feeling that it's gonna be the yeah, but.
one thing you got to do is you got to know who you are, and I think Bud Crawford know who he is. Team Crawford know who they are as a whole and individually as same. So uh, what's the question again? I forgot. My bad. But
Nah. I just wanted to, know if you guys win, they will give you credit and they won't. I'm talking
Oh,
about
credit.
all the
Yeah, we
track,
don't need
yeah, the
validation. That's
detractors.
what I was trying to say. Yeah, we don't need validation. It doesn't matter. People always gonna talk. Like I say, they talked about Jesus. But the fact will remain. You understand? And the one thing about Bud that I'm so grateful for is that he did, get a chance to succeed and to high expectations. Like I say, undisputed champion, two-time lineal champion already. If we get this get victory, we would be a three-time lineal champion. Like they say, that's rare space if you watch Max on boxing. Only a couple fighters like Pacquiao, Mayweather's that won lineal titles in different divisions like that, where was that actually was the man. So, it don't matter really what people say. People gonna always talk. They always gonna be talk, and you got to know who you are within yourself. So, like I say, as a whole, we know, and as individuals, we know. So, all this stuff, slick talking and saying funny things, that shit don't really matter. You know what I mean? It just talk at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They wish you could be where we was at. Um, wish you could accomplish things the kid accomplished. And I mean, shit, what else can I say? I mean, he beat the best. We going 40-0. That's gonna be our 40th victory. That's a milestone, our 40th fight. Huh? Our 32nd knockout, 31st knockout. You understand? We going on to, well, I tell you, man. Nah, it ain't no way of going around this. You're gonna have to, no matter what they say, it's not gonna be a dispute after the 29th. We're gonna have all the titles. You know what I'm saying? All his heads. When we take his head, we took all their heads. You understand? So at the same time, no, we don't. It don't matter. When we get our hand raised, however you see it. Now, like I say, we gonna make it decisive, whether it's a split decision, majority decision. However, the victory is raised, it's gonna be clear cut. It could be raised or thin, but you're gonna know we won it. You understand? So when we come home with all the titles, that's truly undisputed. Because
Yeah,
lineal and undisputed is two different things. Yeah.
I'm feeling that. So Bernie, let me ask you this. Okay, you already been undisputed, at 140. You have the opportunity to win undisputed at 147, and then you could go up to 154 and win undisputed. Let me ask you something. If Bud can complete that task and become undisputed in three different weight classes, should we start, putting Bud in that Michael Jordan category of boxing? Because I think that would be amazing if Bud can be undisputed in three weight classes. I mean, you got to kind of put Bud in that GOAT status. You got to kind of put him up there with in NBA with Michael Jordan, Steph Curry, guys like that, Kobe. Do you feel that way?
Well, I definitely he got a Mamba mentality. He has a Michael Jordan mentality. I think he has a skill set similar. If it was transferred to boxing. So I think so. I mean, beating a guy like Earl Spence, who's a good fighter, and beating a guy like Charlo, who's a dominant champion. If we can get past a guy like Charlo, who's a lot bigger, stronger, proven champion, like that, to earn all the titles. Which, like I say, Charlo is the champion whether he had a belt or not. He is the champion. He can give them all up today, and he's still the man at 154. So, and he still be that guy. So, to beat a guy like that, the tremendous feather in his cap being that Bud is a small guy. This guy is a dominant champion, everything he's accomplished. Definitely, you got to give Bud Crawford a lot of respect, and it validates everything. If he can do that, it validates everything that they think about him. All the great things Roy Jones said about him, all the great things James Toney and all the rest of the guys with legends feel about him. It validates all those things. He said it himself. He hasn't really had a chance to prove that, with all those guys not being able to get the fights, and not being able to get the fights when he wanted the fights, when he wanted to get the fights. So that kind of starts right now. You know what I'm saying? So God willing that we come through with this thing. We've been moving with character and the whole time, been living the boxer's life, not taking anything for granted. And, been a trendsetter in the division far as becoming undisputed. Switch hitting, you've never seen that. That's at an all-time high. Again, if I point out, all the young fighters point out Bud Crawford as, want to be the guy that they would want to be like. Again, so these type of things, like I say, Bud is a trendsetter, and actually, really, 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 truly the face of boxing. You understand? Not as a selling point, so to speak, but as as the way you carry yourself as a fighter, you will most likely want to be like. And like I say, lead by example. We all the accomplishments that he's accomplished, the way he carries himself, the way he handles himself in the ring and out of the ring. I mean, it's just like I say, a stand-up type of guy, a real champion. And I mean, what more can I say? So definitely, definitely a community guy, a guy who approachable guy, not a guy that runs with a large crew. So, kind of real like old school, somebody that, yeah, somebody that wouldn't mind coming over to dinner with you and or helping you out fix a flat, or, listening to your problems and telling you everything gonna be all right, and looking at you just like he would somebody that was, perceived as prestigious, so like I say, they say a boxer's greatness not a measure on by how he fought, but how he lived. You understand? And I think Bud is one of those guys. And again, we gonna get a chance to prove that July 29th and moving forward.
Man, that's dope. Bernie, let me ask you something. Do you want to take any questions from the people that's listening? And I want to say right now, if Bernie does take questions from the people listening, no disrespectful comments, or your ass will be removed and blocked instantly. So,
Yeah.
Bernie, you want to take any questions from me?
You know it, man. Come on, I talk boxing all day, baby.
All right, you guys. So, any questions from Bernie?
hmm I ain't got nothing to do. I'm so bored in training camp. I'm ready for the fight. I'm ready to give to my old lady. You understand? It's it's getting brutal out here, baby.
Hey, Bernie, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I might send my son out there to train with you, man. Send you something through the cash app, because he loved Bud ever since Bud sent them that when my son was covering from C19, and Bud sent them that message when we was in Atlanta. Yeah, my son, he is strictly team Bud. So, he recovered real quick. So, that's what I be saying about Bud when people be putting these falsehoods out. Bud sent my son a personal message. I sent he got well real quick. So, and I had to appreciate the champ doing that.
See, that's a
So,
people's
all right, so
champion.
let's see what
See, that's a people's
so
champion.
okay, Lila D wants to know if Bud selling more t-shirts.
You said if what happened?
They want to know if Bud's selling more T-shirts, any more Bud apparel.
No, I told him, but he got. I don't know what he's doing with it, man. it's just a hot item. Everybody want to get some stuff, but I don't know nothing about the website.
Yeah, Bernie, I thought about getting some gear, but unfortunately, as a media member, I can't wear that kind of stuff because they tell us we can't be
You gotta be
biased
neutral.
toward. Yeah, so and like I tell you guys, we can't do that. It doesn't matter who we rooting for. We got to keep it to ourselves because we can't
Yeah,
wear apparel of either fighter. So
which
um,
understandable.
that's-
Which understandable. It's understandable. You can't be blatantly. You got to say it in subtle ways, like the commentators do, or like
yeah.
all the
So
rest
so
of them do. They just side with Earl Spence, and which is fine with me. Love for your love. I don't mind.
okay, Bernie, I'm gonna go ask you this question. My boy Damien wants to know if Bud is successful versus Spence and Floyd came out, would y'all consider fighting Floyd?
I mean, that's a no-brainer. That's a passing of the torch for sure.
Well,
That's a
that's 30
no-brainer.
million. That's a $30 million payday for Bud. Because I'm telling you right now, that's 30 million. That's out the gate. I wouldn't blame y'all.
I mean, it ain't about the money. We want the win. Trying to tell you, we want the win, man. Ain't about the money. It's about the win.
Oh,
Integrity,
oh,
substance, being somebody.
okay, so Chase wants to know, Bernie, I believe Bud beats both Errol Spence and Jamel Charlo, but do you believe Bud will fight Boots Ennis? Oh man.
I mean, what kind of question is that? You can't. What kind of question is that? I don't want to be uh rude but I mean, you just seen if you watch these guys, you seen them on $1 million worth of game. That's one of the hottest shows for nonsense, for gossip, and everything else you want to talk about. And Bud was just on there going through the rounds from everything else. And you seen what he said. They put Boots on the phone. Now I didn't watch it all. I missed some of it because they said Boots' dad called in and he contradicted everything Boots was saying. But at the same time, Bud put the man on the spot and told him, man, you ain't you what have y'all done to reach out to me? Y'all ain't done nothing. Ain't no representative sent the letter, ain't not nothing. You understand? So what have you been doing? And all Boots could say was that we've been trying. What does that mean? We've been trying. No, you've been telling everybody that put a camera in your face that you will fight Bud, but you ain't put no writing to it. You understand? So Bud is willing to fight anybody. That's just this guy's character. You understand? Y'all failing to realize that. You understand? Business, this is a business, but Bud is in the business of winning and being great. So you feel me? He had the ultimate uh what you call that confidence in himself. You understand? So he's shown that time and time again from being called up to moving up in weight one week before the fight to fight Prescott, going over to England to fight this guy, fighting Postal who Danny Garcia ducked away from, paid a step aside fee, so to prove who he is, so um this we didn't separated from top rank just to try to get this fight, then called this man on the phone personal, not waiting on no damn representatives and you reach out to this, you understand, to get the Errol Spence fight. So again, Budge is not ducking and dodging nobody. And like I say, not putting out no false narratives and don't have to make himself bigger than what he is. You understand? He is what he say he is, and that's been proven. So a guy like Boots to say what he fight Boots, what he said in a heartbeat. That's his words, in a heartbeat. You feel me? So definitely.
All right. So the homie World Combat Sports wants to
Wait,
know.
give me one more second.
Okay.
There's another thing too that they didn't say. Town, they mentioned you in a movie that's crazy, and they still ain't. This is insane. They referenced you in that movie, but
Oh, the
also
blackening.
on my soul, yes, they said you. I don't know if it's another town biz, but they
Nah,
said
it's
you, right?
just me. Just
All right.
me.
So at the same
Um,
time, did you know the actor that played in that?
nah, I done seen him in a lot of stuff. He played Don Cornelius on this
I know, but
on
you
there.
don't know him personal.
Nah, how
You
many
don't know
people
nobody
listen?
associate. You don't know nobody associated to the movie personal.
I know a lot of people in Oakland listen to my channel, so I'm
Right.
out there.
Okay,
So
nice. So anyway, but this is what I want to say. Now, all the folks that listen to those guys, Wallow and the other fella, whoever he is, they call Boots on the phone, and they don't even do their own research. You understand? They so keyed up to want to be. Can I say groupies? Because they didn't do
you can
even
say
do their
whatever the hell
research.
you want to say. I told you,
No,
I don't. You can say whatever the
no,
fuck you
no, no,
want to
no.
say.
No, I'm not asking for permission. I'm just trying to put it in the right context because, like I say, they being like little girls trying to call them on the phone, like trying to start some shit when ain't no shit to be started. Because, like I said, then I want to mention this about Boots. He was the number one contender and didn't want that shit. So not only was he the number one contender, after Danny Garcia dropped out, he moved up somewhere. You know the shit. Virgil Ortiz. After Virgil Ortiz, it was Danny Garcia at one point. Then it was Virgil Ortiz at one point. Then it was Boots Ennis at one point. None of them guys wanted to exercise their number one contender mandatory spot to the championship. So, you know what I mean? That motherfuckers kill me, boy. You need to wake up and smell the roses.
All right. So Ricardo Hernandez wants to know where, which I already know they not gonna tell you, but I hope I'm there. They want to know where's the after party at when you guys win. So,
No, I
he
ain't gonna
said,
lie. We
yeah.
probably be in a suite somewhere. We probably be in a private suite somewhere. Like I say, the champagne room. I
Oh,
ain't gonna.
okay.
I ain't gonna lie. We probably be with the family, the close loved ones, and you know what I mean. Yeah.
Hey, Bernie, y'all just make sure, y'all hit me up. I'm gonna come there and take a couple of pictures and get up out of there. I'm gonna be roaming around somewhere, but y'all tap in with the boy, town. But okay, so this is from World Combat Sports, and I hate this too. How do you feel about people always trying to bring up that Gamboa fight that happened many moons ago, and people keep forgetting that Bud stopped Gamboa when he was undefeated, when really a lot of people was hesitant to get in the ring. So I wanted to get your response to that.
Well, I think that that's a valid point, but I think it's a like I say, it was a star making performance in Jim Lampley's words. You showed that. You got to understand that too. I mean, if they want to say about Bud getting rocked, you got to first think too. Anybody not getting caught off guard, you understand, or too cocky can get hurt. Anybody can hurt you in that ring, so to get wobbled or whatever, we still had the wherewithal to switch southpaw and get through the fight. And like you say, we stopped them in dramatic fashion. Fighters get hit, fighters get stunned. That's part of boxing. But he's always came back. Joe Lewis got dropped a lot of times. Trinidad went down a lot of times, and Sweet Pea, for all his defensiveness, got dropped a lot of times. So, you know, um, his punches might seem a little bit more dramatic when he gets hit, but he still hasn't been on the ground. He still hasn't been wobbly for a certain amount of time, or really been hurt in a way that. So I don't mind it. It just shows his metal. You understand? It shows what he can do coming back. So, um, I, and if anybody want to use that to Earl Spence's again, Earl Spence ain't a good finisher. He's proved that he's not a good finisher. Um, so if he do in fact end up hurting Bud, I mean I don't expect him to finish him because to say he's not a good finisher. You know, uh, Mike Garcia
Okay.
need to message with him. I don't know what he gonna do. I don't got no faith in him.
Okay. Hold on. All right. WCS just asked the question again, and I asked Bernie. So I thought I asked it, but oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake. my mistake. But yeah, Bernie, like I said before, July 29th can't come soon enough because finally, after 5 years of trash talking and people being demeaned, it's finally gonna happen. So yeah,
Yeah,
Bernie, I gotta
no,
get out of here.
I
They
understand
didn't.
too because I know we didn't exhausted everything. But I wanted to say it's not really necessarily about the trash talking. It's about supremacy, you know. And all Bud Crawford wanted to do was reign supreme, and that was just it. It wasn't about being a pay per view star. It's not about holding it, doing this, or it's not even. I wouldn't even say holding titles, even though I know they're important. It's about being the best, you know. So 29th, we get to prove we the best. It wasn't, all Bud was looking to do to be the best. Like you said, about Charlo. Me and Charlo was good. I was good. We was decent. We was cordial with each other. Then all of a sudden, I'm in the runners to fight Earl Spence, and now it's all this other stuff. So, that's where all the hate came out when uh, this guy, would seem like he had a stiff challenge on his hands. So all the hate started pouring out, and Derek James, them, they poured out their heart to everything to start to shit on the fight, to shit on Bud, still trying to shit on Bud as you seen talking about who he knocked out, and you see the irritation in his voice, about Bud, and you know. So, so that's really what it's about, though. It's just really about supremacy. It's not about nothing else. Those guys might be jealous. You understand? And why would I would expect them to be, because they sold their soul. They was willing to do whatever it is for the price of fame. And when you got the stand up guy looking at you in the face, not going for that, that's a tremendous task you got to go up against. So, it's a lot to overcome. So at any rate, that's where we coming from with it. And
Man,
everything we've done been in retaliation
all
and
right.
been the
Hey,
truth though.
Bernie.
Everything we said been the truth.
Yeah. Hey, Bernie, I'll be there, man. Hey, so Bernie,
Um,
man, I
appreciate you.
appreciate you coming on here. Anything you want to say to anybody, to the fans, even to the haters before you sign off?
No, you know what I'm saying? All my haters, I love y'all, because that's the way, that's you understand. You gotta have good and bad. You gotta have tit for tat. You gotta have something, you know what I'm saying, to balance things out. That's the scale of life. So shout out to my haters, shout out to everybody that support the kid. I'm gonna go live on Tuesday, $2 Tuesdays. You know how I do it. You understand? So catch me at Instagram at Bernie THA Boxer. Catch me on YouTube at Bernie THA Boxer. You understand? You know who it is. You know what it is. It's yours
Yeah.
truly. It's Bernie the Boxer, and I'm gone. Catch me at
All right.
Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Everything, Bernie the Boxer, everything. Bernie THA Boxer, everything. You hear me?
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you, Bernie. You welcome
Appreciate
here
you too, family.
anytime, bro.
Love, family.
All right, folks.